Hey everyone.
How we doing, Brad?
All right, Perry, what's happening tonight?
Not too much. Trying to stay not hot in my office, which gets direct sunlight 24 hours as long as the sun's up. So,
Beautiful. I've been very thankful that I have a north-facing house
yes, no.
these last couple of days. I rearranged my furniture over the winter, and I put my couch in front of the AC without even thinking about it. And I'm regretting that decision now.
Oh, now it's like a little too much.
I might have to rearrange again.
No, yeah, my office just like bakes in the sun all day, so it's terrible.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Louisa.
Need one more? No, we're all set. We're good.
Yeah, I think this is everybody tonight too. So,
Quorum. Jessica, are you doing the honors tonight?
I am.
Very good. Brad's not in his car tonight. That's good.
I don't have a car anymore.
What, since last meeting?
Yep.
Oh, what happened?
It was a company car, and I quit my job.
Ah, well, congratulations.
Thank you. It's very exciting. I've been been riding my bike a ton. I probably did over 100 miles since last Tuesday.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
it's exciting, but it stinks to lose that company car sometimes.
It's all right. I'll be okay.
It
It was a fine trade.
You get to pick your own car now, which is nice.
Yeah, one of these days. Probably
I
not
get-
till it gets cold.
I get a Camry or a Rav4, so
Yeah, I had a Camry at one
Yeah.
point. I'm a big fan of Toyota. I'd gotten a couple different Tacomas along the way.
Just wait till the new Lightning gets here.
Yeah,
27 grand after incentives, that ain't bad.
that's not bad at all. I don't know if I fit in that size car though, man.
Yeah.
I've definitely had been in a couple cars where that's not so good.
Okay. Do you want to get started? We have a quorum. We have recording, and I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Lowell Conservation Commission. This is June 9th, 2021. And we have an order of business that starts with an enforcement order, continued business. We gave this order to Douglas Quist of 1345 Lawrence Street. It must be over a year ago. Is Mr. Quist here with us tonight? I don't know if he knew he was on first on the agenda or not. He had some logs and some, different types of yard waste, mostly dumped in the back of his fairly large lot, and it did back up to a wetlands. And he was able to remove a lot of it probably a year ago. And I'm anxious to hear whether perhaps he thinks he's removed as much as he can here. So is there anyone representing Mr. Quist here tonight?
What do you think about taking this out of order, just in case somebody shows up?
Yeah, why don't we postpone this till later in the meeting? I'm not sure we need to have a motion for that. But let's just move on. The next business is a notice of intent that was sent by the City of Lowell, represented by Chris Hayes. And this is DEP file number 2060805. And the project location was a number of different addresses: 100 Industrial Ave, 211 Plain Street, 211.1 Plain Street, and involved a trail that they're hoping to improve along. It's a rail line, I believe, between the plaza where Target is on Plain Street and the other end, which is the Volkswagen dealer on Industrial Ave. We had an extensive conversation about this particular project probably 6 or 8 weeks ago, and we were waiting for the DEP file number, and we actually had made a motion to issue an order. Is Chris here tonight? Or is there anyone here tonight representing the city on this particular thing? I think we're set to go. It's not that anybody needs to present. We had quite a lengthy discussion, and we kind of made an error in issuing the order before we had the DEP file number. So if someone wants to make a motion to release that order, that's what we were waiting for, is the official number. Unless we think Chris is on the way, I wouldn't want to cut him off if he has something to add to the situation. Have you heard from Chris, Peter, or Jess?
I have not heard from him. I could try to reach out if you'd like him to be present.
Okay, perhaps he realizes we're at this point in the process and don't really need a presentation.
I can make a motion to release the NOI.
Okay, motion made to release the order of conditions, seconded by
I'll second it.
Perry. Is there any further discussion or concerns about this particular project?
I was out there today, and the artwork underneath the connector is beautiful.
Do you think it's a changing art scene, or is it just a kind of static?
Yeah, I'm sure that it is changing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to speak on this particular notice of intent? We can take comments if there's anyone that wants to comment on it. Okay, motion made, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
2, 3, and I'll vote in favor as well. Weston, you're here twice with us tonight.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh no, we've got the
Oh,
LTC.
yeah, let's say you're showing up in LTC.
All right,
Okay.
motion passes. That order is released. And we'll move on. We have an enforcement order that is continued from our last meeting. This was given to two different folks, Tim Tett and Steve O'Neill, and they're back-to-back lots on Sheffield Street, number 1 and number 5 Sheffield. Is there anyone here from Sheffield Street to speak?
Yeah, I'm Sophia.
Hi, Sophia. Thank you for coming and speaking with us. Is there any progress that you have to report? How have you been doing with the situation?
We made a rental. Well, his chipper is being serviced right now, and he said it'll be available after the 20th. So we need an appointment for the 21st.
I'm having a little trouble hearing you. Is there any way to increase your volume?
So we found a guy that's renting out his chipper, and it's being serviced right now. And he said it won't be available until after the 20th. So we have an appointment. Well, yeah, appointment for the rental on the 21st of this month.
Okay, I would think that it would be a difficult situation this time of year with everybody doing yard cleanups and who knows what. Has he given you an estimate and a way he would go about it or anything, or is he just going to come and look at it at that point?
He's just dropping off the chipper, and we're gonna do it ourselves.
Okay, that sounds good. I really think that's probably the best way to go. I know some people put it in huge dumpsters and try to, pack it down to get as much in as you can as far as brush like that. But chipping it certainly gets it down to a manageable size. Um, so it sounds like we're going to need to give you some more time on this. We did ratify the order, and I'm glad to hear that you were able to get a start on it. And, what was the date that he gave you where he could come and assess it?
The 21st of this month.
21st of June?
Yep.
Okay. So why don't we put you on the agenda for either the first or second meeting in July? Uh, I'm not sure if the first meeting's being postponed because of the holiday. Do we know, Jess, about that?
I believe there's only one meeting in July because of the summer schedule.
Okay, so why don't we put number 1 Sheffield Street on that particular agenda, and we'll ask you to come back then and give us an update. Meanwhile, if you get something solid as far as a plan of attack, you could run that by the office, and they could send an email out and notify us what your plan is, and perhaps we could let you get a start on it if
Okay.
that's something that would be a good idea to. What does anyone else think? Should we just keep this on the agenda for the next meeting, or should we give a little more time on this?
I should have jumped in sooner. I've recused myself from this item, so that puts us under quorum.
Okay.
So we should just continue.
Okay. So, Sophia, if you could join us again on our July meeting and give us an update. And meanwhile, if you get something solid like a proposal that he can do this with a chipper on June 28th, and run that by the office, and we can perhaps give them some leeway to decide if that's something that they want to allow to go forward. And then we'll look at the results in July if that's the case.
Okay.
We can't take a motion on this without a quorum, but I appreciate you stopping in and giving us this update, and we'll give it a little more time and see what comes of it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
I did just want to say we do have Steve O'Neill here tonight. If we have figured out, did we figure out if it went over onto 5 Sheffield for sure, or?
Do you have any better idea of where your property line is, Sophia?
No, we're not sure. When we were looking at the house the first time, we asked the owner like an estimate. He wasn't really sure as well. He said maybe where it's like a little brick wall. He wasn't sure as well where the property line was. That's what we were told. But we didn't like go beyond that brick wall. We went behind that. Not behind it, before it.
Yeah.
Right. Have you tried to contact him at all?
No, we haven't.
Because certainly if it's involves his property, perhaps he can be a help to you. Maybe he has some resources to help you out if it's a joint project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's not here right now.
So you may want to just try to contact him, and perhaps he's able to help.
Okay.
We did issue him an enforcement order as well, so we're hoping to hear from him. Okay, we'll look for an update then in July from you. And meanwhile, if you get a good solid offer of someone who's willing to do it and it's before our July meeting, please contact the conservation office.
Okay.
And they can notify us and get a sense of whether we want you to start on that even before the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so thanks for stopping by, and have a good evening.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Do we have any word from Steve O'Neill? Is Steve O'Neill with us tonight?
He was here, I thought, but I think
He was, but I think we might have lost him.
He might have left when we said we were moving that to July, maybe.
So that didn't mean we wanted him to move out to July. Okay, I guess we'll have to, can conservation give him a call and maybe suggest that he coordinate with the people in the adjoining lot?
Might have shown back up just now. I see a hand raised and a phone number.
I'm not on the right.
Phone number 3195. You've got your hand raised. Is there something you'd like to add?
I'm not seeing that phone number here. Oh, I see it now. Okay.
On the phone, it's easy to accidentally raise your hand, though.
Something on
So.
the phone that would like.
Hello.
There he is.
Can you hear? I'm
Yes.
sorry. Yeah, I've been here. Sorry.
Is this Steve O'Neill?
It is, Luis. I've been here. Sorry.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
And I've been here for the meeting. Yeah, I don't know if it's on my property at all. I actually thought it was at the end of Avalon, the other lot.
Uh-huh. Well, it's just adjoining, and that's the issue here is we don't actually know where the property line is. I don't know if you have any better idea where it is.
I really don't. I thought it came in from Avalon Street. I had no idea. Like I told them when they asked me, I did have to get it surveyed. I don't know where the property line was.
Okay, well, I suspect that they cleared up to what they thought was their property line, and unfortunately, it may have ended up on your property on the next lot, all of this brush. So
they put the brush on my lot, is what you're saying?
well, I'm not sure, and they're not sure either. So
They're gonna clear. She just said that they're gonna take care of that on the 21st, right? They got a chipper coming.
they have
something?
somebody that I'm not sure whether they've finalized it. Somebody that may either come and assess the situation or start the work on the 21st. I'm not sure which.
It sounded like, and I could be wrong, but it sounded like they're getting a chipper. Somebody's gonna either rent it on the 21st, and they were doing it themselves. But I don't know.
All right, I didn't hear that part.
Do you have any plot plans available or as-built?
Pardon me?
Do you have any plot plans or as-built that have any dimensions to property lines?
You know what? Maybe in the attic somewhere, but not handy. I don't.
We could maybe get the dimensions from the city GIS, but do you have any resources that might help in this situation? You know, I think.
What do they have? What do they have to do? Just chip up the brush, I guess.
They've got to remove that brush, and then they've got to also replant something to stabilize the slope along the brook. But I was thinking of the removal. Do you have any resources, like if they needed a dumpster or something like that you could contribute to the situation?
I don't have one. I mean, I'd rent one like anybody else would.
You know, I don't think they're denying that they put the brush there, but if it did end up on your property and it's in question, then, you know, that's why we gave you an enforcement order as well.
Yeah, well, if they say they're going to take care of it, then we'll just make sure they do.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you joining us, and you really have no knowledge. You weren't involved in the cutting.
Not at all.
If it turns out that the cutting has also occurred on your property, would you be amenable to replanting some things along the brook there?
Would I plant them?
Well,
I didn't cut anything. I'd talk to them if I have to.
Yeah, but it is your slope. If it erodes, it's going to affect your property.
If it is, I mean, I guess if they said they were going to take care of it, I didn't do anything. They said they did it. So.
Okay,
I
so,
don't know why I'd be responsible for it. I know it's on my property, and if they don't do it, then I guess I'll have to take care of something
okay. All right.
and deal with
I just
them on it.
wanted to know your stance on it, whether you knew.
I
it was happening
didn't
or-
do it. I don't even know if it's on my property. You're telling me it is. I believe you. You know the area probably a lot better than I ever will. I always thought that the other lot was at the end of Avalon Street,
Well, it's pretty close there. It's pretty close. Yeah.
across the brook. That's where I thought it
Well,
was. But
they put a culvert in for Avalon, but never used it apparently.
a culverton. I didn't even know there was a culvert at the end.
Yeah,
You mean a pipe, right?
yeah,
Yeah, there's a
where you
pipe
could
somewhere
extend
in there.
you could extend the street down through there.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
well,
obviously, if they don't take care of whatever, and I have to do something, then I'll have to deal with it, I guess.
yeah,
But
okay.
I didn't cut anything. I didn't tell anybody to cut anything,
Okay,
and I told them I didn't know where the property line was, as she told you.
okay. So in the chance that maybe your property is involved, maybe we can get out there with a tape measure and try to figure it out. We'll leave the enforcement order open for now and keep you posted as you heard. I think you heard that we've asked them to come back in our July meeting, whenever that is.
Yeah, they sound like they're gonna take care of it, so I'm hoping they do. And like I
Okay.
say, I hope it didn't
All right. Well,
that doesn't affect anything else out there.
right. You've got some nice large trees out there, which I think are an asset. So luckily, they probably didn't have the wherewithal to take those down, but it is a lot of brush and it's got to be dealt with. So thanks for joining us tonight,
Okay.
Steve.
Yep. No problem. I'm around if you need me.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for Steve or comments on the situation? Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, Steve, and you have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, if we can move on, we have a new business of a request for determination of applicability from Jason Sheehan, 97 Hovey Street. And it's construction of a front porch and a second floor addition to an existing residence within the 100-foot buffer of the protected wetland. This is what they call a bird sanctuary between Hovey and Wentworth and maybe Elliott Drive out there. And there are quite a few birds in there, I must admit.
They are. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah. We've had some people in from Wentworth Avenue over the years that have been encroaching on the same wetland. It looks like, Ms. Shane, looks like your lot is pretty well defined as far as what's wetland and what isn't.
Yes, very much
Tell us
so.
a little what you want to do out there, please.
Yeah, actually, I'm not even. I'm the only thing I ask. As of right now, we have a variance up there where they were asking for that we want to do the front porch. As of right now, I'm not going to extend. I'm really not going to do much digging. The only digging that I would have to do would be right past the frost zone, just of the front porch. But other than that, the second floor is just going to be added on to the existing foot. So as of right now, unless we run into a very, very large issue, we have zero plans and no agenda or to change the foot of the existing property at all. As of right now, I can't. We don't anticipate on affecting that area at all. I work for an environmental consultant already. This is a fairly. I've done plenty of jobs that actually are very, very familiar with the same projects that's going to happen in my property. So as of right now, I can't see why we would have any issues that would affect the bird sanctuary.
Okay, so what we would be interested in, I think, is probably some erosion control, a silt fence, maybe not right on the wetland line, but perhaps 20, 25 feet out, and not that we expect a lot of erosion, but to just kind of keep your contractors a distance away as far as I don't know what kind of equipment they need to come in there. Do they need, to bring heavy materials, maybe a bobcat? I don't know what they're going to need, but
Of course, and all that we'll. I plan on having the fence. I plan on having with whether we need hay bales, just to take care of everything. For you never can tell what may happen, and none of us want to fall into any situation where we would actually have to have anything that would cause any major issues with that area at all. My wife and I and my little one, and we actually have another one on the way, but we enjoy the area just as much as everyone else. Myself and a lot of the other residents and neighbors around there, we tend to pick it up after the winter and try and get all the bottles and cans and anything else that go in there and try and keep it up as much as we do. So we try and keep it as clean as possible, even though it is a larger feat than we always want to have it. But work is work, and that's the way it goes, I guess.
yeah. So you are going up, and I think, was there any other concerns about the project, things we could maybe add on to our recommendation here?
So the only digging you're gonna do are footings for that front porch. So that'll be small. Footings.
Very much so.
Okay.
Just past the frost line is our
Yeah.
intent. Other than that, I do have an area in the rear of the property that it's not going to inquire any digging, but there may be some mason work that will go on. But other than that,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
nothing that will anticipate.
You're gonna use the existing foundation that's already there, so the footprint
Correct.
is gonna be any different than it is.
Yes,
now.
Perry.
So yeah, sounds
Yep.
good.
No, you wouldn't plan to have any, piles of loose soil or anything like that sitting around during the project, would you?
If we do, we'll keep it on the left side of the property, which would be the furthest away, and we don't mind using hay bales, hay, anything to do that, and tarp it out. And even around that, we can use hay sausages, which is 4 inch that will keep all water, whether it's rainwater or anything else that may take away from that to go over that area. But that would be the intent, to try and keep things as clean and as compact as possible that we can.
Yeah, if you're placing the straw wattles at more than 25 feet from the wetlands and wrapping any kind of stockpile area, that's all you need to do. Stake and straw wattles.
Appreciate it, Brad.
Yep.
Yeah. What's the duration of the project? How fast do you think this will happen?
If it could happen in a week, that would be wonderful. But I just think that's a little bit out of my control.
How fast can you dig?
No, if you guys want, I would love your help. That would be wonderful, and I'm more than willing to accept that. The faster I can get my contractor going on this project would be great. I wish wood was at a different price right now, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and go ahead with it as fast as possible. But in all realistic, I would say maybe 6 months, and that would be really, really coming. That would be fast for me. I would anticipate.
Okay.
If I was you, I'd get the footings, concreted in and backfilled as fast as possible and let them set up. Even let them, go through a winter if you want to wait for wood. I don't know if it's ever going to come down again, though.
Yeah, I would just be scared of my wife if it lasts that long. So, yes, very much.
Understood.
So. That would be wonderful.
Okay, so there's very little disturbance to the resource area, and we have suggested a silt fence line or a straw wattle line, somewhat set back from the resource, and certainly any disturbance to your lawn area, I'm sure you'd want to fix.
Of
and
course.
not cause any erosion to keep on occurring should it get started there. And as Brad suggested, a line of erosion control around any loose material that you may need to store on site.
Definitely.
Anything else we want to add, folks? Or
Make a motion to grant a -3 determination.
-3 with those conditions, I would hope. And
This would be the wattles at the 25-foot line and around the stockpiles.
yeah. Do you have a second on that?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Weston. And is there any further comment or concern?
No. Should I get this in a hard copy or anything, or this is just going to be the final?
Should you? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Am I going to? Go ahead.
You could pick up the signed RDA from the conservation office.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have a vote? All those in favor? 1, 2, 3. I'll vote in favor, and passes. Yeah, sure, Jason. Passes unanimously. And thank you for coming in and explaining your project.
No, I appreciate what you guys do. Thank you so much. And I'll make it look nice and pretty for anyone that wants to come by once it's finally done.
Okay, we'll come and sit on the porch.
That's perfect for me. Go ahead. Enjoy your night.
Take care.
Good night.
Take it easy.
Okay, this is the end of our new business. We do have minutes from May 26th, 2021, which I believe Bill has edited or at least reviewed. Do we have a motion on the minutes?
Make a motion to approve the May 26th, 2021 minutes.
Okay, motion to approve the minutes, seconded
Second.
by Brad, and all those in favor. Okay, so our minutes for the 26th are approved. We now have some other business. We're going into executive session to discuss outstanding litigation. And
should we officially continue the first item?
Sure, whether we adjourn this meeting, Jess or Peter, do you have any idea? Do we adjourn the meeting or do we?
We adjourn after the executive session.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
We adjourn after.
Adjourn after. Okay, thank you. All right. So, Mr. Huxham, is it?
Yes.
You're here from the city.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'm not sure whether we're still going to be recording or Jessica, did you turn everybody off?
I'm gonna eject LTC at this time.
Okay.